Welcome to our video on how to stop heartburn. In this informative and practical guide, we will provide you with 9 of the most effective techniques and remedies to alleviate heartburn and prevent it from recurring. Our goal is to help you regain control over your digestive health by understanding the causes of heartburn, recognizing its symptoms, and applying proven strategies for relief. Heartburn is a common yet uncomfortable condition that affects millions of people worldwide. It's characterized by a burning sensation in the chest or throat, often accompanied by a sour taste in the mouth or difficulty swallowing. The discomfort can range from mild to severe, leaving sufferers feeling frustrated, anxious, and even sleep-deprived as they struggle to find relief from their symptoms. The root cause of heartburn lies within our digestive system, specifically at the junction between our esophagus, the tube that carries food from our mouth, and stomach. A muscular ring called the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, acts as a gatekeeper that opens when we swallow food but should close tightly afterward to keep stomach acid where it belongs, in our stomachs. However, sometimes this LES doesn't function properly due either weakening over time or certain lifestyle factors such as obesity or smoking. When this happens, stomach acid can leak back into the esophagus, causing irritation, which leads to that all-too-familiar burning sensation known as heartburn. Now here's something fascinating you might not know. Contrary to popular belief, occasional heartburn isn't always caused by consuming spicy foods or indulging in rich meals. In fact, some seemingly harmless habits, which we'll discuss in this video, can also contribute significantly towards triggering an episode of heartburn. Before we proceed, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be the first to know when our latest video comes out. Now, let's dive into the various methods and remedies that can help you put an end to heartburn once and for all. Number 9. Watch what you eat. Certain foods can indeed act like villains, triggering heartburn and transforming a delightful dining experience into a discomforting debacle. The culprits behind this culinary crime range from spicy foods and citrus fruits to tomato-based dishes, fatty or fried foods, and even our beloved chocolate. But why are these delicious delicacies double-crossing us? Let's dive into the science a bit. The esophagus and stomach are separated by a sort of one-way valve known as the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. After we swallow food, the LES opens to let the food pass into the stomach and then closes to prevent stomach acids from flowing back up. But certain foods can cause this sphincter to relax at the wrong time, allowing the acid to creep up into the esophagus, causing that burning sensation we know as heartburn. Research, like a study from the University of Arizona's College of Medicine, supports these gastronomic grievances. The study found that consumption of spicy foods, for instance, can result in transient LES relaxations, which can promote heartburn. Now, don't let this grim tale of food treachery make you lose your appetite. There's a twist in this tale, and it's a strategy called a food diary. By noting down what you eat and when you experience heartburn, you can start identifying your specific food triggers. This food diary becomes your personal detective, helping you spot patterns and solve your heartburn mystery. The goal isn't to eliminate all these foods entirely. Let's be realistic. Who wants to say goodbye to chocolate forever? Rather, it's about understanding what triggers your heartburn and managing these triggers wisely. Maybe it's eating less of a certain food, or not eating it late at night, or finding a substitute that your stomach agrees with more. So arm yourself with knowledge, and maybe a food diary, and rewrite your culinary narrative, transforming it from a tale of heartburn to a saga of satisfied, comfortable eating. Number 8. Maintain a healthy weight. Oh, the peculiar perils of those extra pounds. It's not just about those tight jeans or the number on the scale. It's the sneaky internal chaos they can cause. Heartburn, for instance. Excess weight, particularly that which gathers around the abdomen, can really shake things up in our internal landscape. Picture this: the stomach, a vessel of gastric juices nestled in your abdomen, comfortably doing its job. Now, imagine that a band of extra weight starts pushing on it. What's a stomach to do with this pressure? Well, it's not very subtle in its response. The pressure from this abdominal fat can actually force the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, the gatekeeper between your stomach and esophagus, to open at the wrong time. This allows stomach acid to creep into the esophagus, giving rise to the fiery sensation of heartburn. Science supports this narrative. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine found a substantial increase in acid reflux and heartburn in participants as their body mass index, BMI, rose. Essentially, the heavier the participants were, the greater the pressure on their stomachs, and the higher the risk of heartburn. You might be thinking, so do I need to drop all this weight immediately? Well, it's not so much about drastic measures, but rather about taking a step towards better health. Small decreases in weight can lead to significant reductions in heartburn occurrences. So every small effort counts. Swapping that soda for water, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or getting a little more active during your day. Remember, the goal is not just to banish the bothersome burn of heartburn, but to foster a healthier you, inside and out. So let's use this newfound knowledge as a catalyst for change, transforming the challenge of heartburn into an opportunity for healthier living. Number 7, avoid alcohol and caffeine. Ah, the siren's call of a caffeine-laden latte or an inviting glass of wine. It's hard to resist their allure, isn't it? But, as we're about to see, both caffeine and alcohol may have a little-known connection with that infamous fiery foe, heartburn. As we've mentioned previously, our story begins in the cozy confines of the stomach, separated from the esophagus by a valiant little gatekeeper known as the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES. The LES has one crucial job: to let food into the stomach and then shut tight to keep the stomach's acidic contents from making an unwanted trip back up the esophagus. So how do caffeine and alcohol fit into this narrative? Well, they're a bit like unwanted advisors whispering in the ear of our gatekeeper, causing it to falter in its duty. Essentially, they have a relaxing effect on the LES, and as we know, a relaxed LES can mean that stomach acid gets a free pass into the esophagus. Cue the onset of heartburn. This isn't just a speculative story. Research backs it up. Studies published in the journal Gut and American Journal of Gastroenterology confirm that caffeine and alcohol consumption can indeed lead to a more relaxed LES and subsequent acid reflux symptoms. Now, before you declare a lifelong boycott on your beloved morning coffee or occasional glass of wine, remember this: moderation is key. Maybe it's about enjoying that latte a bit smaller, that wine a little less often. And of course, everyone is different. Some people may find that caffeine or alcohol triggers their heartburn, while others may not. It's about tuning into your body's signals and finding the right balance for you. Number 6, stop smoking. Picture this: a quiet evening, a slow drag on a cigarette, a cloud of smoke curling into the dusk. There's a certain cinematic charm to it, isn't there? However, this image often distracts us from a behind-the-scenes narrative, one where nicotine, an active ingredient in cigarettes, plays the role of an unexpected antagonist causing heartburn. The plot begins, as you've probably guessed, with our gatekeeper, the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES. You see, nicotine, much like a stealthy rogue, can disrupt the LES. By infiltrating the body, nicotine can exert a relaxing effect on the LES. Sounds benign, right? But this relaxation allows the LES to slack on its job, potentially leaving the door open for stomach acid to flow back into the esophagus. The result? A burning sensation in your chest or throat, also known as heartburn. Research has well established this nicotine heartburn connection. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology found that nicotine exposure could significantly reduce LES pressure, thereby increasing the risk of acid reflux and heartburn. Now, this isn't about pointing fingers at smokers or casting judgment. It's about understanding the science behind our choices and how they might affect our bodies. If you're a smoker experiencing frequent heartburn, this could be a piece of your puzzle. Remember, the journey towards wellness often involves looking at our habits and making decisions about what serves our health and what might be hindering it. Number 5, eat smaller, more frequent meals. Picture the grand feast, plates groaning under the weight of a holiday spread, everyone merrily helping themselves to second or even third servings. It's a familiar scene in many cultures worldwide, a celebration of abundance and togetherness. But sometimes, that celebratory excess can lead to an unwelcome guest: heartburn. Here's the deal. When we overeat, our stomachs stretch to accommodate the extra food. This creates increased pressure within the stomach. Our ever-watchful gatekeeper, the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, stands guard between the stomach and the esophagus. However, this additional pressure can force the LES to falter, creating a backflow of stomach acid into the esophagus. This acid flashback is what gives rise to the burning sensation we know as heartburn. But don't worry, this isn't a call to abandon your beloved family feasts or cut back drastically on meal portions. Instead, consider this a nudge towards more mindful eating. In a study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association, researchers found that eating smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day not only helped with heartburn, but also aided weight control and improved energy levels. So instead of 3 square meals a day, consider breaking these down into 5 or 6 smaller, more manageable meals. Remember, it's not just about reducing quantity, it's also about savoring quality. Take the time to enjoy your food, relish each bite, and listen to your body's cues of fullness. You'll find that not only can you keep heartburn at bay, but you can also enjoy a more harmonious relationship with food. So the next time you're at a family feast or considering an extra helping, remember, it's not a no, it's just a not so much at once. Bon appetit! Number 4, don't lie down after eating. There's nothing quite like a delicious meal followed by the irresistible call of a comfy couch or a welcoming bed. It's a siren call we've all experienced. And why wouldn't we want to bask in the post-meal bliss in the most comfortable spot in our home? But what if I told you that this common and seemingly innocent habit could be setting the stage for that fiery sensation known as heartburn? Here's the science. When we eat, our stomach gets to work, producing acid to help digest the food. As we've mentioned again and again, a circular muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, acts as a one-way valve, letting food into the stomach, then closing to keep it and the stomach acids contained. But here's the catch. Lying down too soon after eating can put pressure on this valve, potentially causing it to allow some acid to sneak back up into the esophagus. Ouch! That's where the heartburn begins. A study published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology examined the habits of heartburn sufferers and found a common thread. Many experienced symptoms when they lay down or went to bed shortly after eating. The same study found that waiting at least 3 hours after a meal to lie down or go to bed significantly reduced heartburn symptoms. Think of it this way. Imagine your stomach is a bustling city, and the food you just ate is the morning rush hour traffic. Now, the city, your stomach, needs some time to manage this traffic and get everything where it needs to go. If you lie down too soon, it's like causing a massive traffic jam right in the middle of rush hour. Things get backed up, creating a heartburn-inducing chaos. So, next time you have a meal, consider treating your body to a digestive intermission before you hit the hay or lounge on the sofa. Perhaps enjoy some light activity, like a leisurely stroll or catching up on a favorite TV show. Your esophagus and your heartburn-free future self will thank you for it. Number 3, manage stress. Picture yourself in a tense situation. Perhaps you're up against a deadline, or you're in a heated debate, or maybe you're dealing with a challenging personal issue. Now take a moment to notice how your body responds to this stress. Does your heart rate go up? Do your muscles tense? You might be surprised to learn that stress can also stir up trouble in your stomach and esophagus, becoming a sneaky trigger for heartburn. You see, when we're stressed, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. This state of high alert can affect our digestive system in a variety of ways, including increased stomach acid production and a slowed digestive process. Both can lead to that unpleasant burning sensation we know as heartburn. Don't just take my word for it. The science backs this up. A study in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine found that individuals who reported higher levels of stress also experienced more frequent heartburn symptoms. But here's the good news. Just as stress can ignite heartburn, learning to manage that stress can help douse the flames. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or yoga have been shown to reduce stress levels and, in turn, mitigate heartburn. Take yoga, for example. A study published in the International Journal of Yoga found that regular yoga practice can significantly reduce symptoms of heartburn, along with other digestive issues. This is due, in part, to yoga's ability to reduce stress and promote a more mindful approach to life, but also because specific yoga poses can aid digestion. So next time you're feeling the heat of stress start to rise, take it as a signal to pause and engage in some stress-relieving activities. From a deep belly breath to a tranquil tree pose, there's a world of peaceful practices out there ready to help you keep heartburn at bay. Remember, a peaceful mind often leads to a peaceful stomach. Namaste. Number 2, wear loose clothes. Are you a fan of skinny jeans or fitted waistlines? While they may look great and be in fashion, wearing clothing that fits tightly around your stomach can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, one of which may be heartburn. Yes, you heard it right. That stylish belt or form-fitting outfit could secretly be the villain behind your discomfort. Here's why. Tight clothing can put pressure on your abdomen, essentially squeezing your stomach. Imagine a tube of toothpaste. When you press it, something's got to come out, right? Now replace that toothpaste tube with your stomach. When it's squeezed by tight clothes, it can push stomach acid up and out into your esophagus. The result? That all too familiar burning sensation known as heartburn. This isn't just hypothetical. A study in the journal Gastroenterology found a strong correlation between tight-fitting waist belts and acid reflux symptoms. Participants who wore waist belts were found to have significantly higher chances of experiencing heartburn. So, what does this mean for your wardrobe? No, you don't need to toss all your stylish outfits, but it might be a good idea to loosen up a bit, especially during meals or if you're prone to heartburn. Opt for clothing that's comfortable and doesn't restrict your midsection. Consider it a perfect excuse to embrace that comfy pair of loose-fitting jeans or that roomy dress. Remember, comfort doesn't have to compromise style. At the end of the day, it's all about balance and making choices that support your health and well-being. So, whether it's picking the perfect outfit or choosing a dinner menu, keeping heartburn triggers in mind can help you enjoy life's pleasures without the fiery consequences. Number 1, elevate the head of your bed. Do you find yourself frequently wrestling with heartburn as you try to drift off to sleep? If you're nodding in agreement, then it's time to recruit a powerful yet often overlooked ally in this nightly battle: gravity. Yes, the same force that keeps us anchored to the earth can also keep stomach acid from rising up into your throat while you snooze. Simply put, gravity helps keep the stomach juices in your stomach where they belong. But when you lie down flat in bed, those pesky juices can have an easier time creeping up into your esophagus, causing that unpleasant burning sensation known as heartburn. So how do you get gravity on your side? One strategy is to raise the head of your bed by about 6 inches. You can achieve this by placing wooden blocks or bricks under the bedposts. This slight elevation creates an angle that can help prevent stomach acid from moving up into your esophagus while you sleep. If that sounds like too much work or not feasible for your bed setup, there's another option: a bed wedge. These are specially designed foam triangles that you place between your mattress and box spring to gently raise your body from the waist up. But before you start piling up extra pillows as a quick fix, here's a word of caution. This method is generally not as effective. That's because using pillows tends to elevate only your head, which can actually increase pressure on the stomach and potentially make heartburn worse. Additionally, it can lead to neck and back discomfort. There is scientific evidence to back up this tip as well. A study published in the Journal of Gastroenterology found that elevating the head of the bed can be a useful strategy for reducing symptoms in those with nighttime heartburn. So if heartburn is robbing you of precious sleep, consider trying these gravity-friendly tips. After all, a good night's sleep is a crucial ingredient for overall health and well-being, and it shouldn't be disrupted by a bout of heartburn. Remember, sometimes the simplest solutions can make the biggest difference. And there you have it, folks. A deep dive into how you can keep that fiery heartburn at bay. By understanding the triggers and using strategies like modifying your diet, adjusting your lifestyle, and yes, even changing how you sleep, you can take control and make those nights of discomfort a thing of the past. If you found this information helpful and would like to keep learning more about health and wellness, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It truly helps us out and lets us know you appreciate the content. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming videos filled with more tips, tricks, and insightful knowledge that can help you lead a healthier and happier life. Oh, and we've got a special new feature, YouTube's Super Thanks. It's a fun way to show your support and helps us continue to provide these videos for all of you. If you found our content helpful, please consider sending us a super thanks. Remember, your health and well-being are the real treasures. Thanks for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.